We'll just do another A20 defect here. Not a great first act last time, that's for sure. Alright, we get Neo's Blessing, which means our first 3 combats, our enemies will have 1 health. And if that combat happens to be an elite, that elite will have 1 health. So we're going to carefully consider the map. It's not always optimal to snipe an elite, but it's kind of fun when you can. And it looks like we have a couple options to do so. Although we may not. Let's take a look at the path we want to take. It looks like our only option for a 3 elite path is down the right side here. So something like that, maybe. I don't really like the early shop here. There's a possible snipe over here. 1 combat, 2 combats, 3rd combat, as long as none of the question marks are combats. We could also snipe up through here. But I don't feel like either of those are really good paths. I think we're going to take the blue path here. Alright, we get a potion straight away here, a block potion. There's also a charge battery, which we will take. We're really looking for damage before the elites, but a good block card is also useful. Take the cool-headed here. Not great damage options, but Glacier. We could lean into the block even more. Sure. We really need some damage cards now, though. I'm kind of hoping this is a fight now. Alright, face swap. We can let him touch us for 50 gold, or we can 50-50 the faces. I kind of want to do the faces. If we had a shop coming up, I might do the gold, but... Ooh, we got a bad one. The Loth's Hungry Face. The next non-boss chest you open is empty. Interestingly, not an event you want to take when you only have 1 chest left and you still need your key. Because the key will not be there. Alright. No damage cards. We may have to take Hello World here. Because I don't see us beating an elite with merely strikes in our deck. I reluctantly take Hello World. Actually, a decent card against the sentries here. So we will definitely be playing it. Helps mitigate the dazed issue. We're guaranteed 1 non-dazed card each turn. I'm going to leave the Frost Orbs on. I value targeted damage higher than the random damage from the lightning right now, and the passive block as well. Streamline is a welcome sight. We'll go ahead and play that. Hello World really coming in clutch here. This is going a lot better than I thought it would. I'm going to leave the Frost Orbs on. Passively blocking 6 each turn. It's pretty good. At the most, we take 4 damage every other turn. And we can be patient. There's that Streamline again. 27 gold Smiling Mask and Compile Driver, Self-Repair, or Buffer. I like the Compile Driver with 2 different orbs right now. I wouldn't take it if we only had Lightning. Buffer's really good. I think we'll take the Buffer here. Self-repair is not really necessary right now. And then we'll go ahead and smith, I guess just the Buffer. If we draw that at the right time against Gremlin Knob, that could come in really handy. It is not Gremlin Knob though, although it still comes in handy against Laga here. We'll go ahead and get our Frost Orb into play. We'll play Hello World on this fight as well. Alright, I can get one more zap into play before waking him up. I would have liked to draw Hello World that turn, but couldn't do it. Alright, he wakes up regardless, so we're going to wake him up here. Alright, Hello World gives us a barrage. Hello World really overperforming so far. I'm very surprised. Now we do not need to block this at all. We have 2 buffers, so we can just go full damage for the next couple turns. I think I'll let the orb stay. Yeah, we'll just buffer this hit. Well, we drew all blocks, so I guess we're just blocking this one. We'll save the buffer for later. Ooh, if we can. I block for 19. Is it worth using the potion? Probably not. Pretty lame to use a buffer on 1 damage. What can you do? We'll go full Lightning Orb. It's going to be our primary source of damage once we get debuffed here. Let's see, this does 8. 16 is 24. We can get him down to 20. I think we just block here. Let the orbs do their thing. Barrage becomes very sad once we get debuffed. Alright, let's see what we draw here. Alright, we do 6, 12, that's a kill. Alright, that went pretty well, even though we mishandled our buffer. We get Horn Cleat, 14 block at the start of our second turn. We're also offered FTL, Scrape, and White Noise. FTL is okay, White Noise is okay, Scrape is right out. I don't hate the White Noise. Who are we fighting? Guardian? Sure, I'll take the White Noise. And we seem to be doing okay. I don't think we fight the Burning Elite here, but we can certainly continue to path into this elite over here. I don't think we need to diverge off of our path. Alright, we've paid the Niloth Hungry Face price. Empty chest. Alright, we draw no block. Good time for our potion, I guess. Hello World gives us a hologram, which I think we will go ahead and use. Alright, we get an attack potion, and a choice between Overclock, Cool-Headed, and Charge Battery. Not really into the Overclock. Cool-Headed is okay. We have enough Frost already, though. We have a Charge Battery. I think one more Cool-Headed will be okay. Alright, we get the Slime Crowd. What do we do against the Slime Crowd? I'd rather not use the attack potion with the Elite next. Getting attacked for 18, we can block most of it. Let's just do that and see what we get next turn. Alright, attacked even more is what we get. Let's see, we've got 18, 26 damage coming in. Luckily, Horn Cleat is here just in time. But we are going to need to damage some of these guys. So let's see where our Lightning Orb wants to go. Wants to go there. We are full blocking. So I think I'll just keep going with that, and we can kill him next turn if we need to. I'd rather not dual cast the Frost Orb, I'd rather leave it in place. So we'll take 1 damage to do that. Alright, 20 incoming. That full blocks, and we can let's just play a strike here. Get this guy low enough to attack. Yeah, turbo seems okay here. Alright, this full blocks, and we can start chipping away at this fella. We'll cycle the lightning orb up. The reason for that is that both of these are in range of the dual cast now. And it does hit both of them, nice. I like when the lightning orb understands the assignment. Alright, that went pretty well. Our overabundance of frost orbs allowing us to tank a lot of those hits. And we're offered Sweeping Beam, Reprogram, or Streamline. Streamline's a very okay card, but we're needing damage desperately. So we're taking Streamline. Alright, and I do like it against sentries. Do I pay 5 health to get a lightning orb in play? Yes. Nice. Pays me back immediately. Okay, orbs. I'm counting on you. One of you's got to get this guy. Nice. Why be skilled when you can be lucky? Alright, let's get some frost orbs into play. And we're already full blocking. Considered playing the buffer there, but we can full block now, and it may come in handy later. Streamline showing up on time. Not bad. Alright, just one more damage. We'll let Hello World take care of it. Okay, 31 gold to get a Toxic Egg. I really like Toxic Egg on Defect. A lot of Defect's key cards are skills. Potion of Kappa, and already we see our Toxic Egg at work here. We do already have 2 cool edits. A Turbo Plus. I kind of like it. We have some high cost cards in the deck. We have some draw. Let's take that Turbo Plus. And what do we smith here? Probably our damage card. Our only damage card that's not a strike. I think we're going to have to. There's a lot of stuff I'd rather upgrade than Streamline, but I think we have to upgrade Streamline here. Alright, getting attacked for 25. knock out some of that with Streamline. Yeah, it looks like we're taking 10 damage here, though. Turbo would be good here. Where's my turbo? We are almost full blocking. I would play the buffer if we were full blocking. But alas, we are not. Now we are. I didn't want to lose the first buffer to 1 damage, which I would have done if I played it. Alright, we take 3 here. Let's get the Hello World in. Just kind of waiting on Streamline right now. There it is. And there he goes. And I think we can afford to damage him. We still full block. Cool. Let's play the buffer just for fun. Alright, another Turbo Plus, Charge Battery, or Ball Lightning. This may be a Ball Lightning here. Don't think we need any more Block or Frost right now. Definitely looking for the best damage option, and right now that's Ball Lightning. Now the question is, do we rest or do we upgrade? We don't have great damage. We do have pretty good block. But if we don't draw it at the right time, we could be tanking that really big hit. What would we smith? Maybe a cool-headed. Yeah, let's rest here. I'm not quite comfortable. Okay, drawing buffer turn 1 certainly would have changed that decision. Let's just get some things into play here. Okay. Don't think we can destroy his shield. Or destroy his mode shift buff here. We can do 20, 28, 34, so we're 9 short. Although, wait. 20, 27... plus 14, yeah, it's still not quite enough. With the attack potion we can do it, and this is kind of why we saved the attack potion, so why don't we just do that? Streamline's fine. Actually, Bullseye's not bad. I think it's just Streamline, though. Alright, we want the Frost Orbs up for the next couple turns. I'll take a Kappa. And we can afford to play the go for the eyes. Should have played stack first, huh? That's okay. We still full block. Alright, another streamline from Hello World. We're just silly with streamlines here. Take a few damage here to get that streamline down. Alright, going pretty well. We block this just with our Frost Orbs, so we can place some attacks here. Alright, so far so good. Let's see how much damage we can do here. We get a claw. Alright, going pretty well. Do I want to draw a card? I do not. I would rather draw these next turn. Is that a kill? 7, 15? Yeah. Alright, we got 78 gold, and we're offered a Seek Plus. Do I even need to look at the other cards? They're Buffer and Core Surge, but this is a Seek Plus. We click on that. Nuclear Battery, Cursed Key, or Calling Bell. We definitely like energy. We've got some high cost cards, we've got some decent draw, we've got Seek. I think we take the energy relic here. And I'm not talking about nuclear battery. We're doing too much orb stuff for nuclear battery to stick around. We'll be evoking that plasma orb real quick. Alright. Looks like a 2 elite path unless we want to take on the burning elite, which I'm not sure we do. But we can always give ourselves the option if we want to go this way. What I do like is an early shop here with 266 gold. If we go this route, come up through here, and then we can take on 2 elites later in the act rather than earlier. I like that. I like this path a lot. Alright, we're fighting the After Dinner Mint. Just do as much damage as we can, I guess. Alright, what do we want to seek? We're already full blocking. We can just go all out on damage this turn. Let us seek the Ball Lightning and Zap. Oh, a little bit short on block. I didn't calculate that properly. That's okay. Echo Form, that'll help. I could just play Buffer here. Hopefully the fight won't be going too much longer. Alright, 20 gold. Consume Steam Barrier or Heat Sinks. I like the Consume Plus. Could definitely use some more orb slots. I do have a Potion of Kappa. Yeah, let's take it. And there's an on-sale capacitor. Kind of exactly what we need for our new card, Consume. Not really thrilled with any of the relics here. But yeah, on-sale capacitor, we'll take that. Card removal, I think we just blast a strike here. We do have another shop later, but I'd like to actually get there. Maybe we take a skim. We've got Turbo. We've got Seek. We have an Energy Relic. I think I might take that skim. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think we need to buy a potion just yet. Hey Fjord, doing well. This is totally the first run of the night. We didn't completely fail on our real first one. Alright, we got Seek right off the bat plus Turbo. So we'll go ahead and use Seek. We're definitely going to draw Skim. And then we're going to want a little more block, maybe a Frost Orb, maybe a Cool-Headed. Lots of card draw, lots of energy, we're doing well. Okay, we're already full blocking. I think I'll just damage one of these. You always want to damage the one that's buffing their strength. So we're going to hit that middle one first. Alright, Consume is here. We just play that straight away. Do I want to draw a card? Yeah, none of these seem super great. Let's draw a card and discard it. Ascender's Bane, perfect. Alright, 24 incoming damage. We're blocking for 18. See what white noise gets us. A buffer. Kind of pointless right now. It only blocks 1 damage, so we'll just save it. Perfect. Alright, not bad. I was a little bit worried about the birds when we started, but Seek Plus really came in handy for us. Alright, the overclock is back. We also have Ball Lightning or Leap Plus. Kind of tempted by this overclock. Although we already have a lot of draw in the deck. Not sure that we necessarily need it. Ball Lightning. We've already got one. Not sure we need that either. Leap Plus is actually decent. But again, we already have so much frost. Not sure that it's necessary. I think we just skipped this here. Alright, 23 incoming. We definitely want to get... Glacier. Maybe Consume Glacier. We could also just seek Turbo and Skim. See what happens. And I think it's Consume Glacier here. Not bad. We take 6, but that's okay. We draw the combo this turn. Let's just do it. See what white noise gives us. Biased Cognition. Might be a bit early to play that, if we play it at all. Lightning orbs are on board. Love to see it. Consume doesn't affect our chance of killing the Centurion. We still have to hit it twice. So I will not gonna turbo for it this time. This time, however... Very close. We're 1 damage away from having a 50-50 shot at killing him. Bias Cognition does nothing. Yeah, we just block. Alright, we get a Liquid Bronze, a Cool-Headed Beam Cell, or Compile Driver. I think I might take that Cool-Headed Plus. We already have 2. It's just a good card, though. Already upgraded. Alright, a Curse for a Relic. No. We already have to take a Curse from our key at some point during the run. And I don't have any way to remove it for several floors, so we're going to say no to that. Let's smith our Kappa. Alright, Snake Plant. I'll go all Frost Orbs for this next turn. Kappa Consume, that's a good combo. Actually, I'm going to seek for these Cool-Headeds. Passively blocking 25, we can pretty much just hit end turn. But playing Barrage is more fun. Echo Form. Yes. Alright. It's a big chest. I think we open this one for our cursed key. We have a shop coming up to remove it. I don't like taking on the curse going into the elite, but we do have a shop 2 floors later. So get a doubt. We get a shuriken. 70 gold. Do we want the shuriken or the key? If we don't take the key, we have to open another chest and get another curse later. Shuriken is not really jiving with what we're doing here. We're doing orb stuff. It's going to be very rare that we play 3 attacks in a turn, even with Echo Form. And the reward is only a strength. We're not really using strength too much. Yeah, I think we take this key here. Okay, slavers are coming in hard. 34 damage. These guys have no chill. Potion's not really helpful either. Let's see if we can Hello World our way out of this. So I can't kill him, even if everything goes perfectly. I'm still 1 short. Getting attacked for 30, blocking for 16. Alright, I'll take 9 here. Buffer showing up right on time. This will block all this plus 1 more. We might be able to even save a stack of that if we play Glacier. Can we kill him this turn? Oh, I forgot about Echo Form. Dang it. Don't forget about double Echo Form. I know I can only draw one here. Alright, that saves another stack of buffer. Let's see what we draw first. Okay, 38. We're blocking for 30. This might be the longest this third slaver has ever lived in one of my runs. My goodness. Alright, we're not forgetting about the Echo Form this time. Omamari, nice. That allows us to open a chest without the curse. Chill is nice. I don't think we're ready for heat sinks. We're close though. Let's see, we've got Buffer, Hello World, although we don't always play Hello World. White Noise gives us a power. We've got Kappa, we've got Echo Form. I think we're close, but I like this chill. Depending on how this goes, we may be bailing out for a campfire. We'll see. Alright, full block and Echo Form into play, not bad. Alright, I'm playing Kappa, consume. We'll have one energy to play Ball Lightning, I guess. Though if I don't play Kappa, we can just streamline now. That seems like the better option. look at the streamline here. Start doing some damage. I think we can risk another zap. Alright, good fight. Loop is here, that's pretty good. Not my favorite shop. We definitely want to remove our curse. Preserved insect is probably not bad. I'm not sure that we're going to the elite fight though, with 17 health. I don't think I've ever bought hand drill. Do we want another Turbo Plus? We do have a lot of card draw. I think I might take that. Alright, the question is, do we take an elite with 17 health? I don't think we can. I think we gotta go heal. Another shop? Apotheosis just out of reach. There was a hologram plush and a glacier plush, along with a loop. More loops are always welcome. Definitely buying the hologram. If I buy Glacier, then that's it. If I buy Loop, I can still remove. What about Barrage here? We do need some damage. Right now we're relying on Streamline and Echo Form. And a couple of lightning orbs. Barrage with our capacitor and our orb generation seems pretty good. And we can just afford that plus a removal. And smith it. I like it. Do we play the buffer now? Nah. Do we play the buffer now? Let's see what we draw first. Biased is here. It's a bit early to play that, though. Let's go ahead and fetch our buffer. Okay, Echo 4 must be played. Didn't hit turbo. I was hoping to draw turbo. That's all right. I'm not going to play Kappa yet. I want these to evoke. Well, this might be it for us. I think we just live with that. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Barely hanging on here. Lots of incoming damage. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, we've got 59 coming in, so we're full blocking. We can just damage. Alright, we're already full block. I think we just keep doing damage here. Alright, I think we just made it out of this one. Hopefully. Close call, but we're on to Act 3. We're going to pass on the smoke bomb, get biased cognition, all for one, or amplify. Amplify, not bad. But I think we want this biased cognition. Alright, we've got Pyramid, Frozen Core, or Runic Dome. Frozen Core replaces our starting relic rather than starting with a Lightning Orb. It will channel one Frost anytime we end the turn with an empty orb slot. Runic Pyramid, of course, is amazing, especially when you have cards like Buffer and Seek, Consume that want to be played at certain times. I think we definitely take Pyramid. Act 3, we do have to find the Burning Elite. He is there, so we must go here. Probably do the fire before the Elite. Maybe take some events into the shop in case we get 999 gold. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's just play all the cards this turn. Couldn't quite kill him. Oh wait, we do have heat sinks. Let's see what we draw with the loop. Ascender's Bane, perfect. Hello World comes through though. Not bad, 13 gold and an actual heat sinks this time. I think it might be time for the heat sinks. Alright, we can pay 60 gold for a relic. Give up our potion, give up our skim plus. I think we just give up the potion. We've got a shop coming up, I don't really want to pay money. Meat on the bone? Alright. Loose strike? Gladly. Alright, multicast Turbo Plus again. Doom and Gloom. Another heat sinks. Could buy back our liquid bronze. It's instead of paying 60 gold for the last event, we could pay 83 gold for it. Yeah, it looks like it's just a remove, though. Now, do we play the biased, or is it too early? I think we can play it here. I think we might have to play the Echo Form. We're blocking for 24. If I play Defend, I can block the first 2 hits and buffer the third. Going to be cutting it close on the focus here. Just going to clear up some room in the hand here. Almost there. That should do it. Whew, long fight. Defragment, another consume, force field. Take the defrag. Alright, I'm going to take a short break. Be back in a few minutes, and then we'll find out what elite we're fighting. Be right back. that concludes the chair portion of the stream. No doubt somebody's favorite part. Alright, we get Reptomancer. Alright, pretty good turn one. Got a Form into play, full block. Didn't do a whole lot of damage, but hopefully we can remedy that here. How much are we taking here? 32, 50, 75. And right now we're blocking for 60. Alright, I think we can just ignore the daggers this time. Do some damage to Ripto. As long as we block for 50, they destroy themselves next turn. We're already blocking for 40. Definitely dealing with some hand clog here. Do I want turbo? Not really. Just take the void. When you have nothing to hologram, hologram the void. Barrage will do well next turn. That should do it for us. Yep. Alright, we get a strawberry. Another Kappa. Or rainbow. Alright, triple jawworms all attacking. Not ideal, but I think we've got the tools to deal with it here. Almost a full block. We'll take one. We did not get our Echo Form into play, but I think that's okay. Yeah, we'll play the Hello World. Alright, being attacked for 34. We've got 20 blocked already. What are we hologramming? Barrage? Yeah, let's hologram Barrage. Just one left, not too bad. I think we can handle it. Alright, another Barrage Plus. Yes. Those are pretty good damage for us. Pantograph. He's about to blow up and we're buffering that hit, so I can just ignore him. Terrible draws. Although we have more days than I thought we did. Another hologram, another consume. Don't think we're going to another consume. Another hologram, though. Smith a biased cognition here. Transform a card. Yeah. Right. Fighting Nemesis. Beam Cell, actually not bad here with the Streamline. However, I would have liked a black card. We are taking some crazy damage and there's nothing I can do about it. So one of the things I struggle with as Defect is getting things up and running quickly. You have to build the focus, you have to generate the orbs. And if you're relying on Frost for block, you're not really getting that up too quickly. Oh, he's intangible. I wasn't even looking. Probably better off playing something else. See, he does 11 times 3. No problem. Not a big deal, right? We'll just have a turbo turn here. Play all the cards. There's the barrage I was looking for. That should solve it this turn. Mummified Hand is here. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0 that turn. We have a lot of powers. We like Mummified Hand. I don't need another Kappa Potion. I don't need any of these. We'll take an event for our last thing. I'll avoid the 4 damage by buying a potion. We must recall. And off to the boss gauntlet we go. Pantograph going to be key here. Healing us for 25 at the start of both of these fights. Kappa Consume showing up right away. Let's play Heat Sinks first though. Alright, take a little bit of damage here. As we discussed, that is common with the Defect. I don't think we play the buffer here. It would only block 1 damage. We're definitely not ready for Biased Cognition. Seek Plus, however, is exactly the card I want to see. We'll take the Echo Form and a Turbo. Let's hold this for next turn with the Echo Form. Alright, now it's like a pretty good turn next turn. Oh, we shuffled, didn't we? Shoot, I was going to hologram that Turbo again. Well, that's alright. Just clear up some room here. Those voids. Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. El Hostek, that's a ban, I'm afraid. No warning, you should know better than that. Don't bring that into the chat. Just get more frost up. And we draw into the Turbo anyway. Okay, let's keep going. Lightning is definitely what I need. We need to start doing some damage. We're doing good on the block. We need to start doing some damage. I'm going to save the barrage for next turn. We can double it. It gets rid of all his armor. Got him. Alright, Deca, it's just me and you. Alright, he attacks for 42. We passively block 48. So as long as we maintain that, we should be okay. I think we can just kind of end turn from here on out. I will put the lightning orb in front. I'm going to use up the echo form on purpose. So we only play that once. That way it'll loop and do more damage. We only need the 48 block. Just let the orbs do the work. Not bad. Ended with 4 buffers still yet to play. And we're up against Time Eater. We already have the turbo. I think what we can seek for would be consume. We've got the frost orbs. Consume Kappa, maybe. Alright, full block, not bad. Only 2 cards to play this turn, but that's okay. We're going to loop. And we're going to machine learning. That'll help counteract the draw reduction debuff. Alright, I'm going to lean back here a little bit. Just let me get adjusted. Alright, 45 incoming damage. That'll take care of that. We can play a barrage. I'd like to play 4 cards this turn if possible. Which means they all must be 1 cost. Although buffer will make something free so I can play that. Echo Form is being recalcitrant. I was wanting to Echo Form the Defragment, but I don't know that I'll get to do that. Let's just think about it for a second. 54 incoming. We're blocking for 36 right now. Blocking for 48. I'd like to save the buffer if I can. I guess that means playing the defragment. See if we can't make that free. There we go. We could skim into the turbo, play a lot of cards. We can play 7 more cards. Get some lightning orbs in play. I'm going to save the barrage to duplicate next turn. Hopefully we're not weakened next turn. I'm not sure what the debuff is here. I want to play 3 more cards if I can. Okay, we're no longer weakened, so we can double this up. It's pretty good. Alright, we're being attacked for 42. We're blocking for 40. That's not bad. Hologram will solve that. Alright, so far so good. We definitely want to get him under his threshold here of 240. Once we get him below that, he'll heal back up to it next turn if we don't kill him. Alright, so if we don't kill him here, next turn he heals up to 240 anyway, so there's not much point in damaging him below that right now. So we might as well get rid of some slimed. Wait for the heal and then we'll go in. Foolish, foolish. Alright, we're blocking for 32 out of 40. With the mummified hand, we can play a lot of cards. Hopefully we just kill him next turn. Between the loop and the orbs, what are we doing? 12 times 6 is what? 72. It just kills him, right? Yeah, you're just dead. Alright. Easy game so far. 2 thump, 2 thump, 2 thump. We deal 1900 damage even. Not the highest I've ever been, but at least we're here. Alright, going into Act 4, we've got 198 gold for the shop. We can get a final smith in here. Maybe loop. Yeah, let's do loop. Orrery. Kind of funny to see in the last shop. Amplify is here. Normally Amplify is a bit awkward, but when you have Pyramid, it's pretty good. We may end up taking that. Let's just think about this for a minute. Distilled Chaos pretty good. We could toss back the fruit juice. Let's take that Amplify. Do I have any urgent removals? I don't think so. Alright, here we go. This can be a tough one for Defect if we don't get things up and running quick. We can full block this and get our buffer into play. I'm going to do that. Alright, Skim was the perfect draw there. Let's see what we can do with this. We've got our 2 buffers. I don't think we even need to play the turbos. Depends on our heat sinks draws here. Alright. Right now we're blocking for 26. If we consume, it's slightly better. I think we do play 1 turbo here, just to get the extra block from the orb evocation. I may even use the Distilled Chaos here. Ironically, we have a little more time to set up with the heart than we do with these guys. Let's do that. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that opened up a lot of stuff. Seek is here now too? Okay. I think we're okay. What are we seeking? We definitely want Glacier. Let's see, we need to block for 61. Right now we've got 38, so we got quite a ways to go. Let's take that Glacier. And a hologram. All right. Turned out to be a really good turn. You see the power of the distilled chaos potion. That was a good purchase. All right, 12 plus 36 is 48. If we can block for 9 more, we can save a buffer. Don't think we'll have a problem doing that. All right. An iffy couple of first turns, but now I think we're sitting pretty. We need to start doing some damage. I think we can bias now. Just pump up these lightning orbs as much as possible. There's the Amplify finally. We just bought it. It's going to be useless this combat. Alright, pretty good. We got a strike dummy for the 0 strikes that we have. Nothing else says strike on it. But it can come along for the ride anyway. We'll get a Gambler's Brew, Claw, Ball Lightning, Doom and Gloom. I don't think we really need any of these. I think we're all set. Alright, full health into the heart. Let's see how we do. Let's leave the frost orbs in place. Alright, I think we would do one with buffer here. Maybe amplify buffer kappa. Seems good. We definitely don't want to lose the buffer stacks to Beat of Death. So we just need to be careful about that. Also don't want to lose it to burn. I believe the orbs evoke before burn though, so we can play the zap. Yeah. Alright, Seek Plus is just in time. I think we go for the old Skim Turbo. Although maybe we want to guarantee the consume. I definitely want to play the Echo form. So Echo form. We do Echo form, consume, skim. We can use the energy potion. I think we're wasting our buffers either way. Consume blocks for 20 only. We'd have to seek for a block card if we want to keep any of these buffer stacks. But I don't see us full blocking this anyway. We're definitely playing Echo form no matter what. Oh, hologram only blocks for 3, I forgot. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to take it. We're always playing this, so... think it's too early for biased. We got the Echo Form into play, that's the important thing. I'm gonna hang on to Kappa until we can get Consume. Just get rid of some cards here. Where did Rebound come from? Hello World. Consume still in the draw pile. Taking 60. We're almost blocking that already. I definitely want to draw that Consume. How do I do that? Heat sinks. I'm going to save the Consume and double it up next turn. We're already full blocking. We've got 6 times 8, 48, 64. Do I hologram anything? Hologram the... Just hologram the barrage for some damage. Alright, I think we're doing okay. We're going to double Consume. Then Kappa back up. Probably should get some lightning involved here at some point. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. Time to sit back up, it's getting serious. Alright, we're definitely double barraging here. Play the streamline. Maybe time for biased cognition here. Maybe. Maybe we'll hang on to it one more turn. Alright, coming at us for 90. However, we block for a lot. 7 times 12 being 84 plus 24. We already full block. Let's get another couple lightning in play. Alright, I want to leave a lightning orb in front. And we'll go ahead and play the biased here. That'll loop the lightning orb for us. And should do some pretty substantial damage. Alright, this should just about do it for the heart. Yeah, that'll do it. Mummified Hand coming in key, Pantograph as well, healing us in between the bosses and the gauntlet. Despite our rocky start, we kind of had a bit of a rough Act 1. We got the Hungry Face, missed out on an entire relic. But in the end, we pulled through. And that's an Ascension 20 heart kill. Cut a hole right through him. Well, I appreciate you watching. Like I said before, whatever platform you're watching on, give me a like, give me a subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.